The PM highlight her sexual preference, telling everyone she's a lesbian. The country locked down in a disarray. Big birthday party down in Digo Bay. All who attended tested positive. Everyone a dim end up with COVID. One tried to clear his name in a rush, saying how we catch it down by Lotus. Everyone in shock when they get to see that Bishon was part of LGBT. Man, they spoiling the country name. It's time we start all a spade a spade. Let them invite in their blasted shade. It's time we start all a spade a spade. What you say? Good gosh. Zilande, Zilande, Zilande. Rolando feature video was no shock when he started to match Grisha up. They who recruit him to the up party when he jumped from the USB. They make him leader saying how he bright. He's shining in the sky like a satellite. He had to resign as parliament chair when Theo decided he don't want him there. With more deception, they appointed Risha as parliament chair and the new leader.
Welcome to the Late Night Show. Hope everything is okay. Hope everything is all right. I'm your host, Andy. All right, kids, what's happening on the lovely island of St. Martin? We begin with, of course, the political maturity of St. Martin is at an all-time high. The reason why I say that is because I completely appreciate, politicians taking the high road when they go on radio interviews and they talk about their former parties. They talk with so much class, and they talk about, the parties that they were involved with before, that they even helped create, with so much respect. And I must commend the politicians that continue to take the high road when it comes to interviews. For example, Member of Parliament, independent Member of Parliament, and now DP candidate, Krisha Heyliger Martin, was on Radio St. Martin on Monday, and she gave a very interesting, and let me say interesting interview with JMR of Radio St. Martin, and I must say it was class. Here you go. Here's a clip.
So that is why I wholeheartedly did not want to sign on to that collision agreement, because stability at what cost? For you? For your self-gain? What precedents are we sending here? What precedents is our party and any party setting up here for the so-called stability? Stability to help us elected few? I did not want to be part of that. I couldn't see myself in the party that I helped support, and the board was getting weaker and weaker, and it was not for us to do. It was for the board to call the Congress, and that's where the MP got his grip on the board. So the board started to dwindle away. It was a board of 3 people. They were the one that was empowered with calling the Congress. The Congress was supposed to be called July 3rd because 100+ people petitioned the board to call it. One board member turned around, out of the 3 said, change his mind. I don't want to do it on July 3rd anymore. I want to do it October 15th. So that continued going down. Months passed, and then it never called. And then here we are. That one board member is still there today. The original five board members, 4 left. So they have 1 official board member that came from the Congress of 2019, and right now they have associate board members. Per the Articles of Incorporation of the UP Party, those 2 associate board members don't have rights to vote on nothing.
So they don't have a
say. They need to call a Congress.
Okay. So 4 board members have resigned?
The first board member, there was 5 original board members. Sylvia Myers, she was the president. Michael Granger, he was the first to leave. Michael Granger left, I think, in less than a year of the inception of the board. Then Sylvia Myers left. And then the 3rd person to leave was Claudia Lista, which was recent. When I left, she left. And then the 4th person to leave was Gina Illich just about a month ago. So right now the last person on the board is Mr. Alfred Harley. Those were the 5 original board members. And right now, supporting board members are Francisco La Cruz, who is now calling himself the president of the party, but never went through a Congress, and you have a Cresberg Brown.
So you no longer have any ties with the party?
No, officially not.
Officially not.
Yes, I sent in my resignation from the party, and I also officially stated that I no longer support the coalition. The collision is what I call it.
Why do you call it a collision?
Because those two, the two MPs that are supposedly supporting them, recently asked for. Well, one of the MPs recently asked for assistance to fire one of the ministers. And right now, as we speak, on my phone, there's another motion to fire one of the ministers from them and asking
So
us for support.
there will be 2 motion of confidence?
It's there,
Comment?
but they changed their mind. Middle of December, all 7 opposition members received a motion to fire one of the ministers. I'm not going to mention who, but my issue is their collision. They have imploded. They're lying to the country that their stability, it's all for self, I don't know what it is, self something, but it's not for the country. It's not country above self. And that is, they need to stop lying to the people that they are 8 strong. The Prime Minister too needs to stop it.
She just... Wait, there's more? Okay.
So just as recent now, you were hearing a lot of rumors, well, we were hearing a lot of rumors of this recent minister who started putting in his papers from, I think, September, October. It took months. You're hearing he didn't pass, you're hearing he passed, you're hearing he's aligned with these people, how could, and then January, he passed. But it's like, wait, the TIAT minister, but how could he pass when he worked for this particular person, and when this particular person has ties with legal battles with the harbor, and how is that possible? You see, it's very vague, but it's again at the purview of the Prime Minister and the governor that signs off and can bypass and just turn around. So there's no strict guidelines to you know which one is the weirdest thing for us right now is that MP Claudius Boncampo got what do you call it? What do you call it again?
You got a judgment?
A judgment that stated that, under, I think it was Article 53, I don't remember, or 39, 33 or 50, one of the two. Under that article, if you're convicted, that's the word, convicted for, what do you call it?
A crime?
No.
Money laundering?
Money laundering or anything of that sort,
yeah.
you cannot
hold public office.
Hold public office. So he's right now still having a salary, but he's right now suspended. So what we do, you have to go now to the party. It has to go back to the party.
Yeah.
So now you ask the party, who's next? Who's the next highest vote getter that gets the seat? The next one was MP Brownbill, but MP Brownbill is convicted and completely convicted to the highest tier, Supreme Court, for tax evasion. But tax evasion is not listed on that article. So he's allowed to sit in that chair. For tax evasion and represent the people. So those laws, it makes absolutely no sense how we have this country running. Those are the type of things we are looking at too. So you're condemned for tax evasion. You're on a waiting list. MP Brownbill is on a waiting list to sit for 9 months.
So we need a complete
complete
review.
What we need right now, we need to take these to the next step. We have been 13 years our country, St. Martin. We need to review our constitution, review the Kingdom Charter, and see what works and what is not working for us, because we are running around in circle and shooting ourselves in the foot, and that needs to be done wholeheartedly, because it doesn't look good. It's not a good look. And here you got now MP Brownbill went against his party, still part of the party, still part of USP, because in Parliament he is a representative of USP. Here you have USP telling him, no, if you sign, we in. But you don't represent us, USP, kick him out. He doesn't want to leave. What is this? It's a confusion.
But it's not that he doesn't want to leave. He's an elected member and
no.
He did not declare
Why
himself
can he
independent.
declare himself independent and decide as an individual to go? Because
But he doesn't have to.
No, he doesn't have to. But if the party has rightfully, publicly stated that they want nothing to do with the coalition, they're not standing by you, then the right thing to do is go independent. Why are you not going independent? Because you know already something is amiss, that if he goes independent, maybe because it's still rightfully owned by MP Boncampo, it could go back to MP Boncampo, so he's really much afraid to go independent because he could lose it. So what precedents are you setting? Who are you, Mr. Brownbill? What are you really telling the people of St. Martin?
So we need a complete review of
this
our
is a
constitution,
confusion.
electoral reform.
I am at a loss with how our laws are set up, and these things need to change.
MP Krisha Heyliger Martin, keeping the politics bar up to standard. At least you notice that she's not mad still about being kicked out of her husband's party. It's class at its best. Speaking about class, you know, I continue to look at the promotions of the 2019-2020 election season, and I came across one of the jingles of one of the candidates of the National Alliance, and when I saw it, I started to smile, and I was like, I gotta play it for the people. I know people forget about it, so I gotta bring it back. So here is a flash from the past. Take a look.
Through you, Madam Chair, to the CEO of the airport. I find it very hard to believe that we don't have anybody local that can fill these positions here down at the airport. For instance, the CFO and also HR support. I find it very troubling that we have to bring somebody from away to fill such vacancies while we send away our students to get educated and not give them the opportunities here in St. Martin. I find that very disturbing.
Doran for the people, he willing and able to lift up St. Martin high. We need to vote number 5. Young and outspoken, we got to keep sure in the end. So get ready to vote, yeah. He determined to walk. Doran will never give up, fighting for us all. Sure and he will stand tall with integrity, guaranteed stability.
Hey, trust me, and I will do. But now I could say, listen, last time I tell you I was going to do X, Y, Z, this is what I've done, and this is what I plan to do and continue doing, which is represent you on our level and look out for the best. You have something to touch on and make sure that we get what we deserve as a country as a whole for the people of St. Martin.
Let me say.
In Parliament, sure Randy will represent. For Doran, he walking for Io. He fighting against the injustice for Io. He went in and he took a stand. He is the man, so we gon' vote Doran. We gon' vote Doran. Number 5, walking for Io. The alliance has always been there for Io. He went in and he took a stand. He is the man, so we gon' vote Doran.
Let's go! Minister of Justice! Everybody put your hands together for candidate number 5!
Number 5, sure Randy is vocal, standing up for locals and the cost of living. We gon' keep sure Randy in. The man doing his part, he have the people at heart. So get ready to vote, yeah. He determined to walk. Doran will never give up, fighting for us all. Sure Randy will stand tall with integrity, guaranteed stability in Parliament. Sure Randy will represent.
That is like that. You're qualified. You're qualified. You're qualified. Like that song was catchy. I had like that song. I was dancing the whole time. I'm out of breath. I love it. Anyway, the man for the people. Hey, listen, that was a good ad. I must say that was a good ad. Now you have to come up with a follow-up. Yeah, he got to come up with a follow-up with the amount of things he has achieved in the 3.5 years. Go, Minister Doran. All right. What else we have? the political season continues to heat up. Of course, you have candidates, potential members that sign up to a political party last year, and now they are moving like chess pieces, going to different parties. It's like they jump in before they reach into parliament, which is good because at least it doesn't cost the taxpayers any money. From what we're hearing, Peggy Ann Dross, yes, apparently she left the USM and is now going back home. Where is home? The Democratic Party. She's going to the Democratic Party. That's what I'm hearing. That's what the little children say. You know, Peggy, you could tell me if I'm wrong or not, but that's what everybody is saying. So you let me know. Come on the show and let me know where you're going. But everybody's saying you're going back to DP, which is weird because you never ran with DP. But go Auntie Sarah. Auntie Sarah crabbing everybody, boy. Speaking about crabs, apparently I have to look for another politics host, Cedric Ortega. I would like. I don't want to cry. Hold on. Cedric is going into politics. Cedric is going into politics. Like I lost my co-host of politics. Who am I going to co-host with now? Who am I going to cuss now? But anyway, next week we will have our last politics with Cedric Ortega, and then I'll announce the new co-host, because you know I have a rule: you can't be a candidate and be in the media. It doesn't work. That's only for Gromiko. Anyway, so when it comes to Mr. Ortega, you know, and I understand why he would go into politics because we need more disabled persons to go into parliament. We have enough already, so adding a next one is not a bad thing. It's a joke. Take it easy, man. It's Tuesday. Relax. But I think I wish my good co-host the best of luck. And he will be roasted every single week, every single time that he comes and he speaks. I could imagine him on the podium now. Oh, it's going to be so much fun because I have the most fun during the election time when, you know, you have candidates talking. Of course, he's going to be my guest many times where I'm going to be talking about, you know, what he intends to do if he is elected to parliament. And we're going to have a blast. But I must say, you know, congratulations. Which party is he going on? I don't know the man's business. He said he's going to announce it on Politics next week, so make sure you tune in, and then you'll find out which party he will be going on, okay? But I'm sad. I must say I'm sad. Anybody who has no political affiliations, you know, send me a message, and let's see if you could come on, you know, maybe I'll do different guests every week for politics, or I'll just find somebody who can, you know, be a co-host. That would be nice. One last thing, the podcast of suspended Member of Parliament, Claudius Boncamper. Apparently, he dropped some news, and I was surprised because the government decided to sublease the land to outside foreigner investor that's going to come in and make a concrete company, another concrete company in the Ash Road Soccer Garden area. Apparently, they plan to use the zoo land where the zoo was. So instead of making another zoo, we're going to decide to put a business there. Talk about progress. But in any case, this is what he said on his podcast on Monday.
I have a serious, serious problem I want to address this morning, and I hope all are listening, because it behooves me how it is possible that a parcel of land by the zoo is given out to a person in Samatin. I won't bring names into the equation yet, but if I can't get the right answers this week, I'm going to bring out all the names involved. Is given a parcel of land. A group of investors from St. Bart's reached St. Martin, building a new concrete plant, bringing in trucks from abroad, while we have 3 concrete producing plants on this island already, on the Dutch side. We have Bopsy, we got Central Mix, and we got St. Martin Concrete. So where does MRC fit in? Who behind MRC? That story gonna break this week yet. Because all of those that going out there promising people things, crap gonna smoky pipe just now.
But at least if we're looking for locations for the zoo, I think we should put it at the government administration building. No, not the new administration building. I talk about the old government administration building. Yes, there. Since it's abandoned, it's an old spooky house, let's just break it down and put a zoo right there. And then, it's close to the other animals, which is the pigeons and, the fishes and, all the other animals in Phillipsburg. That's what I meant. Duh, I don't mean nothing else. Welcome to the Late Night Show. We have a good one for you. Let's begin.
Hello, St. Martin. My name is Julian Rolock Jr. On February 19, 2023, from 3:30 p.m. until 7 p.m. on Arch Road across Supreme Supermarket, I will be officially announcing my candidacy for the upcoming elections on the URSM. During this event, I will officially open a computer institution for the people of St. Martin. Thanks to the wonderful support of our sponsors, we will be raffling 3 brand new HP laptops. For more information, contact my person on 544-8078. Foods and drinks will also be available.